All right. This is the south fence line. You know that old saying, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. Seems like nowadays, with the way society is, it's like they need to reword that and say, if you want anything done at all, you pretty much got to do it by yourself. So yeah, 7 years I waited for him to clear the fence line and get this prepared for me to put up fence, and ultimately I ended up having to do it myself. All by myself. He did about 10% maybe. But anyways, some of my T-posts are off, but it's just temporary fencing because I want to build up the berm down here and potentially make ponds. It'll probably never happen, but that's why I'm putting these cattle panels up. For temporary fencing. The guy I'm going to hire to do David's job, he's basically going to run the sheep and goat fence all the way to approximately right here, maybe to that pole. And then that'll give me flexibility to build this up. Once I can afford a backhoe with the front loader. And I'll come down here. I'll make my pond bigger up front. Basically bring the dirt back here. Clay and rock. Back here. Start filling this up. Once I get it to the level that I want it, then I can put in permanent fencing. So, and then I'll probably have them go ahead and put in permanent fencing from the back corner, you know, up maybe 100 feet, 100 yards, however, till it starts sloping down. So there's the back corner heel, and then it drops down here and it goes back up this way. And so what I want to do is, yeah, build up the berm. At least to level in the back. If not level in the back, pretty close. And then I figure about where my head is, so it'll probably end up leveling out right about here. And then going, yeah. So it might end up going to that other one up here where the tall pole is. I'm not 100% sure yet. So I gotta still come back here and do some more clearing, but I got the majority of it. And all I gotta do is just finish cleaning it up. Anyway. And putting up these cattle panels. I got a few more that I have on the land I'm gonna use, and then once I get my pickup truck out of the shop, I'll go buy a few more to go up that way. And yeah, should maybe have my pickup truck fixed by next week or two. So, yeah. And it's gonna cost me $5,000. Actually, a little bit less than that because I'm doing this. But it'll cost me a little less than $5,000 to have him come in and put up the fence. So probably $4,000 since he won't have to do this creek because I'm doing it. And then I'll get some more cattle panels and do the back side. Have him do the front side, and then I'll just call it good. I'll just say forget it. Then I'll probably just rent this land to an associate who's got his own goats. He's got cattle too, but I just realized today I got choke cherry on the land, and he'll want that removed if he runs cattle on here. So, and I kind of want to keep it. So I'll probably just let him run his goats over here and call it good. Because chokecherry is not good for cattle, but it doesn't bother goats any. Goats are pretty much impermeable. You can't hardly kill them. The only thing that kills goats mostly is, well, pink eye. We know that now. And what's the other one? Well, parasites, obviously. So, but I also plan on making some herb gardens, anti-parasite herb gardens, and I'll grow inside cattle panel rings, like I have around my elderberries, and I'll have around my blackberries. I'll grow inside these rings herbs that will help keep the parasites down in the goats. And then they'll be able to stick their heads through these rings or these cattle panels and eat what they can stick their head through and eat, but they won't be able to eat it all. The babies might be able to get through, but they won't eat as much. But anyway, hopefully they don't decimate it. We'll see. And if that's the case, we could put chicken wire across the bottom so the babies can't get in. And then they can only eat what grows outside, or even put horse fence around them. If it comes down to it, put horse fence around it, and then that way they definitely won't be able to get in. Those eat what grows out. But anyways, that's a long-term project because I'm all by myself. Can't rely on anybody else to do anything, so I pretty much got to do it all by myself. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. That way I don't have to worry about the goats. It won't be my problem. It won't be my headache. And I can just, make a little bit of, make back some of the money I've lost in this land, this project, make some of my money back by renting it out to my associate and let him run his goats on here. So, and I'm thinking if I can't sell my Kikos, think about just basically letting him run my Kikos with his herd and just giving him the offspring, saying, forget it, And then once I get this done, maybe they can stay here when he moves his herd. And I could just leave my goats here. There's only 4 of them. Leave them here. But I don't know. We'll see. If I get somebody reliable I can rely on to look after things while I'm gone, not sabotage me and stab me in the back, then I can do some stuff around here. I know I've been talking negative lately. I've mostly just been documenting things because said person has been talking trash on me since 2018, 19. Ever since we had this girl that was here. She, I'll try not to name names. She was talking trash on me, and basically her and David collaborated, and she got David talking trash on me. And they think people don't tell me these things, but they do. It gets back to me. And I only put up with David because, we've been friends for so long, and he was supposed to be like a business partner in this project, but he never followed through with his end of the agreement. Maybe it's smidge, but, like I said, 10%, maybe, tops. And it's like, I don't know. So I'm just tired of this land bleeding out money. I'm tired of moochers, people taking advantage of me and my kindness and my hospitality. Like I said in a previous video, I don't mind paying the bills as long as people do the work. People do what they say they're going to do, not just give me lip service. I hate that. Don't tell somebody you're going to do something and then just blatantly don't do it. To me, that's a lie, and that makes you a liar. So why tell somebody you're going to do something when you have no intentions of doing it? You know? And even if you do have intentions of doing it, but you don't do it, at least, you know, fess up and apologize before things get out of control. And don't promise or don't obligate yourself to do something you know you can't or won't do. You know, if you already have too much on your plate, you just don't obligate yourself. I don't do that. See, I had this problem growing up. My first wife, I'm sorry, not my first wife, my oldest son's mother, she would coax me or con me into making these promises that I wasn't able to keep. This is 20 some years ago, right? So, almost 30. And yeah, she would manipulate me into making these promises that I couldn't keep. And then when I couldn't keep them, she would browbeat me and badger me and give me crap about being full of empty promises. So I just quit making promises. Now I tell people I'll do what I can do. I'll see what I can do. You know, don't tell me you're going to do something and then not do it. If you don't think you're going to be able to do it, just be honest. You know? Don't bullshit me. Because that's just going to piss me off. Because that's basically what's been going on. And all it does is piss me off. So, anyways, I should have this creek done by the end of the month. Wait, no, this is almost the end of the month. By next month sometime. As soon as I get my pickup truck back, I'll get more cattle panels. And I'll finish this. And then my fencing guy, I should have my money, my down payment for my fencing guy to come in and do the rest. And then while I'm working on the back side, I'll have him work on my front gates. And then I'll have the whole perimeter fenced off. Oh, then I got to finish working on the north side that David never finished. I forgot about that. Then I'll have the whole perimeter done. So then I can start working on my goat yards. I was going to do the goat yards first because I thought, you know, maybe David was still somewhat reliable and whatnot, but I don't know. I got to get rid of him because now he's sabotaging me. And yeah, so I'm just trying to document evidence now for the most part, you know. Oh yeah, this trail cam thing yesterday or this morning. My last video, I neglected to mention, you know, I was in the goat yard and he came back and checked on the goats and then left. But if he actually would have, no, not this morning, yesterday. Yesterday, when he came back to the goat yard, if he would have actually looked, he would have saw me back there, but I didn't say nothing. I was wearing a bright green shirt and he didn't even notice me. He just walked back, looked around, and then walked back up front. He didn't even know I was there. You know? So he's obviously clearly not paying attention. Which explains why when I got home a month ago and found 4 sick goats and 3 dead goats, he had no clue because he doesn't pay any attention. He just nonchalantly walks back. Oh, everything looks good. Okay, heading back. It's like, come on, dude. That's not going to cut it. So I need to find somebody who's reliable. Not that anybody really watches these. I think there's only really one person that watches my videos. But I need to find somebody reliable that I can depend on, you know, to look after things. And if you are reliable, I don't mind paying you to get stuff done. But, I've taken care of David for 10 years almost. And he just acts like I owe it to him for some reason, like he's entitled. And that's why I cut him off. He's basically been trying to get in with Bill and Shirley since 2018. He tried to move in there and replace Jerry Diamond. And they don't really want him. They had him in there for one winter to look after the greenhouse for him. He basically moved in. And they said it took them a year to get him out after he was supposed to leave in the first place. It took them a year to get rid of him. And then it took him another 6 months to get him to get his stuff out of there. He basically was using their greenhouse for storage. So that's when we built the greenhouse up front, and I designed it to have a living quarters in it because I knew exactly what would happen. David would move in. Even though David made the rule, oh, nobody's allowed to live in the greenhouse, blah, 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 only a bag, an overnight bag, and that's it. Right. He made that rule so that he can call shotgun, basically. And even though he doesn't have any validity to make any rules around here, but I agreed with that rule, right? So what happened? He moved in. I had an potential investor, come down a couple months ago, and he basically left, and he told me, that I literally have a bum living in my greenhouse full of trash and dead plants. I was like, yeah, I know. That's my problem. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to deal with it. I'm looking for his replacement. I was going to stick him back here in the back corner and let him be a bum in the back corner. I wasn't going to get rid of him. But lately, he's been stabbing me in the back more so than ever. And after that goat incident, I'm pretty much done. It's like, you're supposed to be looking after things while I'm gone. If you can't even do that, what good are you? He knew one of the new Kikos had what he called it conjunctivitis. He knew one of the new Kikos had conjunctivitis, and he didn't say anything, and he didn't do anything until after the fact. Then he wanted to throw it in my face like it was my fault. I was like, oh, motherfucker. Oh, motherfucker. So I've been pissed ever since. And then I spent that whole day taking care of our goats. I had to jab every single one of them in the neck with antibiotics, chase them around and catch them, and and then spray the stuff in their eyes too and everything. While he ran off and played with his friends like nothing had ever happened. I was so pissed. It's pretty much been shit ever since. So, like I said, I'm mostly just documenting evidence and showing it basically. I got to do what I've been paying him to do and or relying on him to do and letting him live here rent free for all these years when he doesn't actually do anything. I end up having to do it. So I'm just fed up. I definitely need to find his replacement. I'm normally not this cranky. I mean, I can be a little critical and a little negative, but when you're stabbing me in the back and screwing me over, I'm going to be really critical and I'm going to be really negative. But who wouldn't, right? So, anyways, this is the south fence line. This is my production or progress, I guess you could say. I got to run over to Cindy's and print out some forms. I'm refinancing this land through a bank, getting a lower interest rate. And the guy I'm owner financing it from, he's jacking with me too. So I'm like, all right, fine. If you don't want to cooperate and honor your contract, then I'll just go finance it through somebody else. I mean, I can go take him to court and make him honor his contract, but that'll just cost me more money. Why do I want to spend more money? I'll just go refinance and lower my interest rate. Then I'm a happy camper. or happier camper. And then, like I said, I'll just get rid of my liability and work on this thing when I'm home all by myself, which is pretty much what I got to do anyway. So, yeah. All right. Anyways, I guess that's it for now. This is the south property line in the creek. And I don't know how many more cattle panels it'll take, but I'll definitely have to go buy some more. And they got the south, or the, not south, this is south. They got the east property line fence, but it's barbed wire. So I don't have to worry about pounding T-posts. I just basically get some of these cattle panels and tie them up, and I'll be good. And yeah. All right, bye.